Hi, hello, my name is Jerry, and this is a new series. It's not just a rambling series, it's not the normal rambling series. This is more of a review series. And this is gonna be a regular thing. This is the first episode of the thing. We're gonna call it, But What Does Jerry Think? Anyway, the first episode, this episode, the one you're watching right now, is gonna be about a movie that you probably heard all of the things about. Even if you haven't seen the movie, you know everything that happened in the movie because nobody shuts up about it. Everybody's got a super strong opinion one way or the other. You love it or you hate it, and you already know what I'm going to talk about, mostly because of the title of the video. It's going to be Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Now, like I said before, you have probably a really strong opinion of it one way or the other, but I'm going to explain everything that you need to know, and so you know why you're wrong and I'm right, and I'm pretty smart, so I see all the things that other people don't see, even when they're blinded by sheer force of will or super fanboyism and stuff. I can see through all that stuff because I am the Oxlord's Justice and I have powers. I'm a wizard. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the very beginning of the movie. Well, not the very beginning. That's when Poe's out there going pew pew pew. Oh wait, spoilers. There's spoilers in this video. If you haven't seen the movie in a month, you should probably go see it, or stop watching the video. I guess I'd really like you to watch the video. So come back after you watch the movie, or just deal with the spoilers because it's going to be lots of spoilers. Anyway, the beginning of the movie is pew 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 in space, and then go pew. And Poe is out there flying, and he's whatever. That's the very beginning. That doesn't matter. The part that I want to talk about is the part that everybody should have been focused on. It's the scene. It's the second scene in the movie. I think it is. Where it's just the end of the first movie. When I say the first movie, I mean episode 7. Was the end of that one is when Rey comes to the planet with all water or something with the island on there, and then she finds Luke Skywalker, and she's just handing him his lightsaber back, and it's this big dramatic thing, and we waited the whole movie to see Luke Skywalker, and he doesn't say a goddamn thing. But it's drama. Okay, whatever. This isn't about that movie. We're not ranting about that movie. But the problem is that I paid to see that movie, the first one, episode 7. I paid to see that movie 3 times in the theater, and then once on Blu-ray. I've paid to see the ending of that movie 4 times. Now I have to pay again to see the end of the first movie in the beginning of the second movie. I have to pay a 5th time because they wanted to reuse. They got to reuse the end of the first movie because they couldn't think of a better way to begin the movie. They couldn't just start with Rey training with the Jedis and the lightsabers and the you can't do that. What's wrong with that? Is this how we're gonna play this now, Disney? We're not gonna have sequels. We're gonna have, well, this is the next part of it. You could just paste them together. Take the end of the first movie, put it in the beginning of the second movie, and it would be one long movie. Maybe that's what they're going for. But you gotta pay for it again to see the same scene, and then all he does is throw the lightsaber out like it doesn't matter. Bitch, we've been waiting for 2 years to find out what you do with that lightsaber. What's wrong with you? Let's talk about the porks. Some people love them, some people hate them. Just like the movie as a whole, you have a super strong opinion of it one way or another. You're really not allowed to have a mixed feeling about it. But I have the perfect solution for that. I think it was given to us in the movie, actually. I think it was Chewbacca. Chewie had the best idea. The best of both worlds. He can enjoy the wonderful deliciousness of a pork, and he can kill them. So that way, you can enjoy the porks, have your fun, you like having them there because they're yummy, and then they'll be dead. So you can ignore that they ever existed. Let's talk about the casino planet. The whole sideline story thing where Finn and Rose have to go to the casino planet to find some doobly-doo guy that's gonna do the doobly-doo into the phone and get you free long distance for lifetime or whatever. They have to find him. They don't get the right guy. They get a different guy. But then this different guy is supposed to be some kind of discount Lando Calrissian. But then the horses, and I don't know. It was all really pointless because all it did was develop the characters of Finn and Rose and introduce this discount Lando. They needed it for the next scene where they're on the salt planet and Rose has to fly in and go pew pew pew, and then they're all go pew pew pew, and Rose had to fly in and save Finn from being stupid and then say, Finn, I love you and stuff. But then Finn can't say I love you back because he's like, I love you, Poe, and stuff, which is fine. But it didn't happen in the movie, and that's another thing people are mad about. It's not a Finn and Poe thing, it's a Finn and Rose thing, but not really, because Finn's like indifferent, and that's a whole other thing. That brings me to the next point of my list of thingies to talk about, and that's the Force powers. Because at the end there, Luke uses the Force projection to be there, and earlier in the movie, Leia explodes into space and then pulls herself back in with the Force, and people are well, when I say people, I mean the rabid super fans out there that don't think that anything could possibly be different from what they see or know, but they think that stuff was made up for the movie. Those made up Force powers, they weren't made up. You just don't watch any canon outside the Star Wars movies. You have to watch the cartoons. Start with Clone Wars, watch all of the Clone Wars series, and then watch Star Wars Rebels. But it's all incredibly good content, and it's all canon. And if you watch Rebels, you'll see all the Force powers you're bitching about in this movie be used in the cartoon that took place both in canon before the movie, and also it took place in real life before the movie came out. So if you would just know what you're talking about before you start bitching about it, then you wouldn't have anything to bitch about. Then we could all just be a little more at peace with ourselves. We can all just I wouldn't have to get all hot and bothered over the fact that you're just ignorant and you don't want to watch a cartoon. It's canon. Watch it. It's good. Let's move on to the Snoke thing. The Snoke. Everybody was like, oh, well, what about Snoke's backstory last time? So, oh, who's Snoke? Is he Mace Windu? Is he Jar Jar Binks with the weird ear things just removed? Who is he? But who cares? When the Holy Trilogy came out, and episode 5 came along, and then people are like, oh, whoa, this Emperor guy, we're going to get some backstory, right? We need some backstory. We need to know who he is. No, you didn't. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about his backstory. He's just a scary dude. He's in the shadows. He's got a cloak. He's scary. Okay, that's fine. You want Palpatine's backstory, you have to wait 25 years to get the Clone Wars cartoon, and then you watch all that, then you get Palpatine's story, which you really should watch. That's one of the biggest reasons you should watch the Clone Wars. It's for toward the end you get Palpatine action, and oh, it's so cool. He got to fight, and it's really cool. You gotta watch it. Nobody cared about that before the prequels came out, and then they got the prequels, and they're like, oh, this is where Palpatine came from. I wonder why we didn't think of that before. Now it's interesting to us. But this Snoke thing, since Snoke came and died over the course of a movie and a half, people are like, why didn't we get backstory? Oh no! Why do you care? You just wait. I'm sure some Star Wars canon, probably a cartoon, will tell you, but you'll have to watch it. Maybe read it. They might make a book about it. Who knows? I did want to end on one thing. All the negative attention it's getting from the fanboys. This is the worst movie ever. This is the worst sci-fi movie ever. This is going to destroy the Star Wars franchise. They're the same people that, before The Last Jedi came out, said that the prequel trilogy was the worst thing that has ever happened in all of cinema. They're saying all of a sudden now that the movie where Jar Jar Binks is a hero and Homer Simpson's his way through a Star Wars movie is now better than The Last Jedi. Think about that for a second. The Last Jedi, the closest thing that we've had to Empire Strikes Back since The Empire Strikes Back. And you're saying that Jar Jar Binks movie is better than this one. What's wrong with you? Anyway, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you. And I guess since you made it this far, we should probably have an outro for you. What kind of outro should we have? Let's talk about more rants. More rants coming. Yeah, let me know in the down below. Let us know what we should rant about next. Both the rant series and the review series. Let me know what you thought about the Star Wars review. What you think about what I had to say, and let us know what movies we should do next. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I don't know. This is the outro for now. Goodbye.